So it should be recording now. Is that right? Yeah, do you see that? Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to get about 5 minutes of warm up on here. So let me go back over. I have my pad here on the ground, and I'm stepping in and I'm stepping over. However, for this workout, what you need to notice is that, in fact, I have a weight vest on. And you might ask, well, how much is that weight vest? Well, I stepped on the scale before and after having it on, and it's right at 30 pounds. So I have 30 pounds coming down on positive weight load on my frame. So see how I'm stepping over and back, and I'm avoiding excessive leaning. Now, if you were doing this, and let's say you don't have a weight vest on, and you're like, well, how do I do that? Well, you grab yourself a bag of beans, okay? Or you grab yourself some, you want something easy to hang on to. This is a 5-pound bag of beans, okay? You just hold on to it like that. See, so in fact, you have just now loaded yourself for a warm-up with 5 more pounds. Okay, you could have one here and one here. A 5-pound sack of, or 4-pound sack of rice on either shoulder. So that translates to 8 to 10 pounds coming down on your frame. So what I'm trying to get you to understand and to know is how you can, just at home, see how I'm stepping over and back? And I'm right here momentarily on one leg. Then I step back, I put the other one up, I tighten in my tummy, I drop my shoulders, I keep my knees soft, I step over, and when I come down, hi everybody coming on. When I come down into the heel. And then I come up, I try not to lean excessively, and I come down. The toe box rolling to the heel. So let's do that again. Tight tummy, hi everybody coming on. So at this point, when you're stepping over and back for a warm-up, we're doing our warm-up, keep your knees soft, step up and over, put that heel down first. Then you're going to come up and back over, toe box to the heel. So if you do this mindfully and you have a weight load, which I showed you, you know, go to your pantry or pick up or make a bag of sand or a bag of beans or a bag of rice and just lay them on your shoulders. And I'm even doing this, you know, I'm suggesting you do this as a warm-up, because when it's centrally hanging from your shoulders, your body is reading, oh, she's added some weight here. Let me adjust. See? That's the training procedure, is when your body adjusts to the said weight load. See how I switch legs? So it's on my pillow or it's on my disc. The minute I put my foot here, my knee softens. I say rib cage up. I drop my shoulders. And when I start to pull the knee and I'm right here, I'm going to not excessively lean. Then when I come down, I'm going to come down with my heel first. So that's what's called eccentric loading. So see, I'm coming down eccentrically. I come up. Here I go down. That move is the move that's very, very important to overcoming like a turned ankle when you're not in a acute inflammation stage. You have to wait. But plantar fasciitis, this is one of the best ways. And actually, when you're eccentric loading, that's the going down the stair. move, you have to, again, be careful. Sometimes you might have to put your hand on a chair. If you're going down a stair eccentrically down, you're lowering your body down like that. Okay, now I'm going to switch. So I'm warming up. Instead of just walking around and swinging my hands and doing all that, I have a pillow, a disc. This is a perfect thing to do, these square memory foam things. I'm using this move to warm up. And I'm getting warm because, in fact, I have approximately 30 pounds, it's probably more like 35-pound weight vest hanging down on my shoulders. And I'm going over and back, and I'm thinking being very aware when you come down to the front, you're doing that very important eccentric loading of the foot, the knee, the hip. So when I come back here, I want to try to stay straight, because what do we tend to want to do? When I step back and I go down, most of us want to turn our toe out like a duck. But we are not ducks, so we move forward, right? So you want to try to keep that toe and heel forward, tight tummy. So I hope everybody's got lots of fun plans for this weekend. You deserve it, or quiet plans, however it sits better with you. See how I'm doing eccentric loading? Now I'm going to add some hands. So when I add the hands, I'm going to swing it across and touch my shoulder. And then I'm going to swing it across and touch my shoulder. So when I do this move, just this little tiny move right there is going to pull me. And when I've got 35 pounds coming down on my frame, you have to be thinking how to keep your balance, right? So this is that foam kind of a disc. See, I'm going to go tap. I'm going to come back over, keep your toes straight. I'm going to go tap. So whether, it doesn't matter, you know, I'm going to alternate my arms, even though I'm staying on one solid leg. Press over, 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 press over. Okay, now I'm going to step down. I'm going to switch legs. I'm going to put the other leg up. My tummy's going to be super tight, but my knee is soft. And here's where, if I were with you, most of us, somebody would have to be pushing right here in order to say rib cage up so that you don't lean excessively. Because when I have about 35 pounds hanging off my shoulders, I don't want that kind of position for my back. I want this position. See, straight up and down. Now, you can go ahead and add the hands. So you're going to go tap. You're going to go tap. Don't go fast. This is not done fast. And this kind of motion, front to back, those of you who have multiple joints that are replaced, and or you know you've been diagnosed with osteoporosis, you have to have a chair, a table, a wall, somewhere so that you can steady yourself. Okay, so it's just over and back, rib cage up, big breath. And when you're doing the over and back, you want to bring the knee up and then back down, up and then back down. And you're rocking back and forth on an unstable foot. See, the foot plant. I got two more. Hi, everybody coming on. Welcome. So I'm recording our warm up as well as moving into our session today. So, yes, I felt rocky yesterday, but I'm fine today. But today I'm going to have my weight vest on me, see? And I'm going to do a lot of tasks with the weight vest on. I'm going to pick up weights. You can pick up heavier. I'm going to kind of fluctuate between medium and light today. So now I'm up on my platform, my little pillow. I'm going to step to the side. I'm going to push back with my butt. I'm going to come back up, step to the side, push back. Come all the way up right here. Okay, you ready? Step to the side. Step as far as you feel you can. Keep your chin tucked. Step to the side as far as you can. Push that butt back. Come back up. So when you're really stepping here as far as you feel you can, go ahead and put your hand on a chair or something like that to steady. But as you come down here, keep your chin tucked. Then come right back to my pillow. Step very wide. Push back. So when you start to come up from here, see, when I start to pull like that, I'm using all of my leg, but I'm starting to ask my inner thigh, my groin, to help do that work. So be aware that you're working all around your hip complex there. Push back, pull, and come up. Push back, pull, and come up. So if you don't have a weight vest, as I've explained before, anytime anytime you want to, especially through the warm-up, put yourself a backpack on your back. Make sure you can cinch it at your waist because that helps keep it stable, and it helps to ride on your hips, okay? If you don't have that, pick yourself up a weight and or bags of beans, bags of rice, put them on your shoulders and just hang on to them. That's how you load. So this is one of the best ways I can suggest. Okay, step off the back, step off the back. Okay, first big challenge now. Put your foot right in the middle of your disc, just like that, okay? Now, I have the benefit of having about 35 pounds of a weight vest hanging on me. If you don't have that, then I'm going to tell you to pick up a medium weight and put them right here on your shoulders, okay? So I'm not going to hang on to mine right now. I'll pick them up later. But I'm showing you how to modify, all right? So 1 foot right in the middle. You have your weights right here that you're hanging on to. My weight is right here on my vest. So I'm at my toe right here. I'm going to hold my hands right down here like this. I'm going to tuck my chin. Tummy is, pull your belly button in. That's all. Pull your belly button in. And those of you who are on your kickstand back here, you have your knees soft, your rib cage is up. You're going to go all over the place with your foot. Keep those toes splayed or open. Then I'm going to go from my kickstand here to just a tap down right here. And then I'm going to pull my toe up and put my heel down. Okay? Now this is going to throw some of you. So either hang on to your weights right here or hang on to your weights right here. I don't care. Toe tap, toe tap. And in the front, keep your knees soft. Tight tummy. I'm going to bring my heel and put it down right there. Okay, so have something that you can hang on to, a chair, a wall, a desk. All right. So this is really designed, this move, to push you in your gluteal, your quad, your hamstring, your groin. So I'm going to go tap. I'm going to go tap. I'm holding on to weights either here or here. My weight is on my weight vest. And if you have a backpack, great. And come back and come back. Take a breath. Don't come off of it now. Lower your center of gravity and then extend. Lower and then extend. Lower and then extend. One more. Lower and extend. Then bring that leg off. And it should be zinging you right through here and right through here. Okay? Take a breath. Ribcage up. Turn the toe out. The one that you just hit. The one that was your stability. Okay? So turn your toe out. So I can tell you, that move is like an essential move for me to keep trying to do because hip replaced, knee replaced, wow. It's just, you know, a challenge to find a weight loading position that's really going to give you some appreciable work. Okay, other leg right in the middle. All right. Should be good to go. Again, if you need to put some weight on you, hanging on to, okay, we're going to put it on our shoulders, as I explained, or you can even have them here. If you're hanging on to them down here, make sure your shoulders are down. My tummy's super tight. And see, just hanging on here, my toe is in the back. I'm on my toe as a kickstand. My knee here is just soft, okay? My tummy's super tight, all right? I'm going to go tap to the side. When I tap to the side, instead of leaning, I want to push my butt back a little more, okay? So when you push your butt back, you're going to keep your chin tucked and your back extended, tummy tight, and then when I come to the front and I'm going to put that heel down, I'm going to try to just tap, okay? Just try to tap. And if you have like a sticking point, I'm telling you, you have to do the move completely. So you might have to, for instance, when you're going to do this, put your hands on a chair, okay? This will avoid the habit or the propensity to lean or to do it quick. So I'm going to be pushing my butt back, tightening in my tummy. I'm on my whole foot. I'm going to go tap, tap, and then when I come forward, I'm going to sit back and put that heel down because I want the weight to go into my gluteal, into my quad, into my hamstring. So just gently put your hands on your wall, on a chair. So I'm going to go tap. So on this one, I wanted to show you because, in fact, I felt myself pushing too hard into my heel. I want to put the weight more into the leg that's supporting me. So I'm going to go tap. So I'm going to do at least 4 to 6 more of these, okay? So stay with me. Sit back, tight tummy, drop your shoulders, heel. Here we go, tap and tap. Take a breath, sit back, tap, and then go heel and really push back into the hip. Kind of like you're trying to shine your taillights, and you're just pushing down, and you're pushing down, and you're tapping, and then you're pushing down, pushing back. So you want to do that heel down position when you come into the front. Here we go. I think I got like 2 more of these. Tap, tap. Here we go. Tap and heel and come back up. Tap, tap. Was that 2? And heel. Push back, push back, push back. So to push too hard on the front of the heel when you put it up there, see, if you're doing that, then you need a little chair to kind of hang on so that you can really sit back and get that, the weaker leg, that one that you're working with like that. Okay? Okie dokie. All right. There's my little chair there. So I'm still got my weight vest on. Those of you who are hanging on to something so you're loaded, again, if you missed that, see this? This is about a 5-pound sack of beans. Who knew? Put them right there, put them right here, you got 10 pounds on you, okay? So that's a good thing when you're trying to do some of the work that we're trying to do. If that doesn't work for you and you have your weights, then go ahead and pick them up or put them up here and just hang on to them, see? So most of you have hand weights. All right, so here we go. Take a breath, bring that knee up now. See, I'm tapping it, and then I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna tap. So it's a mistake on this one to lock your knee. Don't lock your knee. Keep your tummy tight, sit back a bit, bring that knee up, hang on to it, 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 come back down, come back down, come back down. Take a breath, 1 foot up, here we go, tight tummy, and bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, hold it up there as far as you can. You're hanging on to it, hanging on to it, hanging on to it. So by keeping these weights here, like most of you are doing at home, because I have a weight vest, I just added, 12 more pounds. All right. This, some of you may have missed it. You may be saying, why in the world is she doing that? Because if you've got osteopenia, osteoporosis, you've heard those words before probably, you've got to start weight loading carefully. So I'm trying to take you through careful ways to weight load. And so I'm going to keep my balance as I lift my knee up here. All right. And you want to get to where you can hold it up here for a good 15 to 30 seconds. Right? It's a challenge, but it is a very valuable thing to do every day. You can do this when you're brushing your teeth. Okay. I'm assuming you brush your teeth pretty much every day, right? Do it then. Bend the knee. Okay, tap up on the platform. Get ready. This is my challenge leg. I'm going to come up. Breath, breath, breath. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, there I went. Okay, so I have a ways to go because I'm trying to get to where I can do a good 15 seconds before I put my foot down on purpose, not because you're falling off of it, okay? So I still have my weight vest. This one's going to be hard to do, but that's all right. Just put your weights down if, in fact, you don't have a backpack or you don't have a weight vest, okay? So we're just going to put our hands on the chair as our platform and do a high plank. Those of you who have shoulder issues and you can go to a high desk like this or a wall, then go to a wall, okay? So you can do all of this on a wall, step back. So the palms, the heel of my hand is right there on the chair, okay? So I'm going to be right up here. I'm just going to hang on to it. I'm going to bring my knee forward, tap my knee to the chair, bring it back. Okay, really tight stomach, right there and back. Big breath, right here and back. Right there and back. And here's what you should notice. My shoulders, when I'm doing this task, never veers from over my wrists. See? And whenever I bring my leg forward, I don't round my back. So tight tummy, really tight tummy right now, and back. Tight tummy. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and your elbows soft, meaning they're not bent, but they're not locked. Okay, stay with me. This will become challenging. And if so, Then go to the wall and finish the set by placing your hand on the wall. You're going to step your knee in, step back, step in, step back, step in, step back. Yeah, take a breath. Keep your elbows soft so your shoulders are down, your tummy's super tight. Okay, just 2 more. Breath. And for me in this position, see, I'm maintaining that weight vest weight. That's in fact on my shoulders. Breath, 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 breath. Yay. And come back up. Bring your shoulders up. Bring them back down. Okay. Now we're going to go into just a sit down squat. Some of you might have seen, I'm going to pull up a stopwatch here, and we're going to see if we can, I'm going to pull this off in a minute, not right now, but stand in front of your chair, come into a sit down. So what you're trying to do is come up and down without the assistance of your hands. Now, I'm doing this with, again, about 35 pounds hanging off my shoulders, okay? So you can just do it the way you're doing it there is fine with no weight. But if you want to put on weight, you know, just hang on to some weight right here or up here, whichever you want. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to push my butt back, go into my heels, but exhale. So breathe. Exhale and come up. All right. So the deal is, don't hold your breath. Take a breath right now. As you're going down, exhale. Sit down. Take a breath. Now, even though I want you to not hold your breath, I don't want you to take a huge amount. I just want you to take a normal breath. Because if you do this too quick, you'll get like hyperventilated, which makes you dizzy. So here we go. Breath, just exhale gently, not too much. And then exhale and come down. And again, if you want to be weighting yourself, go ahead and pick up some weights and come up. So if, again, this is one of the best ways to get a full body load is put a weight vest on, okay? Big breath. So there's several sizes. This is a medium, small size. And then you've got like a large size that guys generally will get. So I can hold my weights or have a backpack. And as Christy points out, they get hot. Take a breath. But I figure it's good to sweat a couple times a week, right? So this will make you sweat. So big breath. Come back down. Big breath. So see, just don't think about it too much. Just make sure you're breathing. And stay in your heels mostly. Breath. You can be turned out a tiny bit, whichever makes your hip feel more comfortable. Okay? But you're trying to do this unassisted for the most part. Now, when I was going through the whole dance of pain with my knee and my hip, as many of you have done, it was virtually impossible to stand up or sit down unless you had assistance. And if you're there, well, by all means, use your hands, get yourself through the sticking point, but then come on up. So I've got 3 more. Take a breath, down, take a breath, heels, exhale, breath and exhale as you're coming down. And here we go, exhale and coming up. Nice, big, big breath, okay? So, actually, a test of your strength of your quads, which tells you how much of a risk of falling you are, is a sit down, stand up, which is what we just did, which is what I'm going to do in a little bit, kind of as a test for everybody. I know you'll have fun doing that. Mac is over here checking things out. You're okay, Mac. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down. He doesn't want to lift any weights. He just wants to check out what I'm doing. Okay. Take a big breath. Now I'm going to pick up some hand weights, even though I still have this weight vest on. Okay. So I'm picking up relatively light. You can pick up light to medium. So I'm going to put, again, 1 foot on my disc. Then I'm going to bring my hands right here. Okay? So a little caution to people who have hamstring issues. I'm thinking, Kathy, okay, this is one of the ones that you're going to start doing when you're able to work on strength work for your hamstring. Because in fact, if I put 1 foot here and I'm leaning out from my hip, rib cage up, and I have a weight hanging here in my hands, and I have my kickstand back here, okay, the more lightly that I tap, the more I'm going to ask for my hamstring to work on this. So it's a push-pull. This is a great move because you're working front and back, okay, to maintain balance. So see, if I tap lightly, it's more work on that front leg, okay, the leg that's on the disc. So here's the thing, take a break when you need to. This will push your muscles. Drop your shoulders if you chose a weight right here. And for me, again, I have this 35-pound weight vest on at the same time. Okay, so keep your knees soft. Go lightly on your kickstand. Lightly on your kickstand. Keep the knee very soft, bent even. Breath, 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 and come back down. Bring it back down. It should be zinging you all through your gluteal. Yeah. Take that toe out just like that. That helps release it. Okay? Take a big breath. And here we go. Other leg. So get your postural checks going. What are they? Tuck in my chin. Drop my shoulders. Tighten my tummy. Soften my knee. Push my hip back. Okay? Now, don't let your toes curl up. So you're on your whole foot, and I have my kickstand back here. See my foot on the floor. Take a breath. Keep dropping your shoulders and saying rib cage up. Okay? I'm going to go lighter and lighter on the kickstand. Keep your knee on the pillow, just very soft or almost bent. Okay? Breath, 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 breath. So go very lightly on that toe in the back. See, I keep picking it up because I don't want to go back into it. I want to keep most of my weight right here, right here. So for me, I've got my light weights, which are 12 pounds. And then you add that weight vest, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good weight loading for your frame, for your bone structure, your muscle structure. All right. Breath, breath, breath. So I'm just telling you that for most of us that are really trying to get significant bone density increases, a weighted vest is probably a pretty good investment. And if you don't want to get a weight vest, again, a backpack is great. All right. Especially one, if you do a backpack, it has to be able to be cinched at the waist so that you're riding it on your waist. Okay. See how I'm doing this? I'm starting to really feel that now in my hip, in my leg. See, I keep picking up that leg in the back. Okay, come off and come down. Yeah, that's what I want it to feel like. Absolutely. Okay, so here I am at my chair, all right? So as I go down to sit in my chair, which is what we've done already, I'm just going to either just bend my elbows a little bit. This time when I go down, I'm not going to sit fully. So I'm going to go right to here and come back up. So you're going to pretty much stay in your heels, all right? Now again, you can pick up whatever weight load in your hands that you can tolerate. So what my frame is taking right now is pretty close to 45 pounds. So with my weight vest and my weights in my hands, I want to go evenly into my heels, drop my shoulders, press, come back. Nice. Press, come back. Take a breath, heels, and come back. And go heels, and come back. Take a breath, and go heels, and come back. Breath, go heels, and come back. So you might have noticed something here. I'm trying to stay very smooth in my motions as I tap the back of my hamstrings on the chair. And I'm just trying to be very rhythmic, okay? Nothing jerky, nothing out of control with this. So I'm working through all my joints, pushing my hips back in a very common motion that we in fact do every day. Some of us do it better than others. So I'm just telling you, practically, this is what you want to get, what you want to use as a training modality, because it's making you use your muscles much more efficiently. And I can tell you, if you have a weighted vest or a backpack on your frame while you're doing this, wow, you can tell the difference. Breath, heels, back. 3 more, we got it. 1, hang in there, hang in there. 2, heels, and 1 more. Heels, breath, and come back up. Very nice. So I'm going to put these weights down. Good. Shake out, shake out, shake out. All right. Now, I'm going to step wide, just like this. All right. So once you're up here, I want you to soften your knees without pushing your butt back. So you're wide. Normally I have you push your butt back. Don't do that right now. I want you to widen up, okay? I want you to soften your knees and just lower down just a little. Kind of go into your heels, but not too much. Then come back up, okay? So soften the knee, come back up. Don't push your butt back too much. Just kind of soften your knee. It's just a little move. I'm going to show you why I'm doing this in just a minute. All right, so I'm wide. Soften the knee, but don't push your butt back. Okay? It's just a little. So once you've done that now, tighten in, shift to one side, push your butt back now. And come down as far as you feel you can until you can like touch the front opposite ankle. Then shift to the side, come back up, okay? Now drop, yes, drop the knees, Drop the knees. Now push your butt back. Now go all the way over until you can touch your ankle. Okay, hold it there. Come to the middle, shift to the middle, then come up. Okay, here we go. Drop, shift, and we're coming down to touch the front ankle right there. Okay, hang on. It should be feeling a stretch right through the groin. Now come to the center. Now come up. Yeah, I know it's a progression in in movement. Okay, here we go. Push back again. Here we go. Shift. Now I'm going to bring that hand over and I'm going to try to touch the ankle, but I'm going to keep my chin tucked. My ear needs to be in line with my shoulder. And you should feel a big stretch right here. Then come to the center and then come up. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Woo! Okay, turn to the side. So I'm feeling this because I have so much weight coming down on me. You, if you don't have a weight vest, again, can pick up any weight you want to and just hold them on your shoulders or right here in front of you. That will work just fine. So I'm going to come here to my chair. I'm going to look at the way I'm standing. I'm going to tap right there. Okay? And I'm going to bring that leg out. Then I'm going to tap again. Now, those of you who have a lot of balance issues, and you know who you are, you need to do this so that you can tap and hold on to a wall or a table. Because if you go like this and then you go like this, I can tell you the chances of you bringing your leg back from this to here, if you get off balance, is going to be quick and you're not going to be able to get yourself. So I'm just, again, explaining to you how you need to proceed if you don't want to keep, getting into false situations. Yes, you need to do balance work, but you need to do very careful balance work. And this is one of them, from here to here, that gets people in trouble. See, if I go out here and I get caught and I'm going, that's why you have to put your hand on a wall, a table, next to a chair. Okay? So here, and then once you stretch that out, you got to hang on to your balance, hold on to a wall, bring it back, bring it down. So some people might ask, well, if that's a high likelihood of falling, why are you doing it on this exercise class? Because with some movements in our life, you're going to have some risk of getting off balance. The thing of it is I want to prevent or mitigate my part in this, which is choosing to not move, choosing to become weak, choosing to not go through all these movement patterns that force me into doing these kinds of motions that I'm not normally going to do. So see, when I'm up here, I put my hand on a wall, and then I go out with it, okay? And then I come in with it, and then I put it down. So you might be hanging onto a weight and onto a wall at the same time, which is fine. So what I'm going to do now is take my weight vest off, okay? Woo! It comes right over my head. See that? Right over my head. I'm going to lay it down here. And I am sweating. Whoa! Okay, I'm going to grab my weights now. And I'm going to grab a medium to heavy weight. Okay? So here I am, medium to heavy weight. I'm going to bring it back up. I'm going to open like a hinge. I'm going to hold them right here. And I'm going to let them be on my shoulders. Now, I hope you didn't put your little pillow away. I'm telling you, these little pillows are absolutely a great training thing. Take a breath, and I'm going to go tap, and I'm going to come down, I'm going to go tap. So what do I have here? I have a medium to heavy weight right here. All right, I'm not lifting them, not yet. I'm tightening in my tummy, softening my knees, tapping. Come back, tapping. Come back, tapping. Come back. Yeah. So once I have that readout to do this kind of a tap with this kind of weight, so I got 12 on one, 12 on the other, okay? Now I'm going to drop my shoulders, go just to my ears, tap. So now they're not on my shoulders. I'm tapping, it's pretty challenging weight. Breath, tap, breath, tap, breath, tap, breath, tap, breath. Stay with me. Stay with me. It's not on my shoulders. Go to your shoulders if you need to. That's fine. But keep a good hand hold and a good arm position. Don't put your elbows back, in other words. Breath, 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 and breath. Bring it in, bring it down. Nice. All right. Now I'm going to bring those shoulders to my ears and drop the shoulders. So I've got 12 on one hand, 12 on the other. All right. Bring the shoulders to the ears, drop them down. Take a breath. So once you have that and you're good with shoulders to the ears, drop. Now we're going to add a compound move. We're bringing, that means just 2 moves at a time. I hope Nancy's not chewing gum. That'd be 3. Okay, here we go. Up and drop down, step back. Okay? So I'm offsetting the move. I'm not doing it at the same time for a reason. So the weights are hanging down on my fingers. I'm going to bring the shoulders up. I'm going to drop them down. Once I have them seated, I'm going to bend that knee. I'm going to take the other leg back and press into my heel. So it's not hard, but it's a press back that you feel a little stretch at the end of it. Here we go. Shoulders to ears, drop, step back, roll into the heel, come back up, do a shoulders to the ears, drop, tight tummy, step back, roll into the heels, breath, and come back. Just a couple more. Here we go. Tight tummy, shoulders down, step back, roll into the heel, come back in, shoulders, drop, and roll into that heel. Make sure your toes forward and come back. Tight tummy, shoulders down. Here we go. Step back into that heel and then come back up. Shoulders down, step back. All the way back. Take a big deep breath and come back in. Now we're going to act like the chair because we're going to do a little squat here as we do some shoulder work, okay? If you need to sit on a chair, go ahead and sit on a chair. That'd be fine. But I'm going to come back into my heels. I'm going to pull these, and then I'm going to push them. So I'm going to go down, pull, push. So as your hands push back right here, your shoulders roll down, and they roll into your back. Roll, bring it back. Take a breath, pull, roll, back down, pull, roll, back down. Here we go. Pull, stay down, push, and back down. Take a breath. I think I have about, I don't know, maybe 3. Push back, breath, up, push back, shoulders down. 2 more. Pull, push back, down, pull, push back. 1 more, 1 more, 1 more. Here we go. Ah, and come back up. Nice. I'm going to put these down. Put these down. Okay, I'm going to come back to them in just a moment. All right. So here we go. Are you ready? Hands are right out here. I'm going to go tap and come up. 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 Heel down. Really push back. Really push back. Push back. So I'm attempting to do approximately 15, 14, anywhere from 12 to 14 in 30 seconds. Breath and come back. 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 Okay. That was just about right. Okay, sit back down. Just about right. So that's just a little test. And what you want to do for people that are right around, 65 to 75, somewhere like that, you want to try to get between 12 and 14. I can have the exact numbers for you, but thereabouts in about 30 seconds. Okay. Bring your hands to the side of your chair, just like that. See that? So just in this motion, some of you lean way out over your chair. You lean like this. That's not what we want to do right now. What we want to do is turn around that spinal column. See, I'm turning. I'm putting my hands here. I am not leaning out. I'm putting my hands here. I'm grabbing and I'm pulling myself around, so I'm looking behind me as far as I can. I am not leaning out of the column. Bring your hands up. Take a big breath. Sweep them down. Pull against the chair and look back over your other shoulder. So you're pulling, 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 pulling. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Bring it back. Nice. Now, if you are somebody that's had joints replaced or you have wonkety hips and you don't really want to get in the floor, I'm going to show you what we do to help ease up through this part of our hip and leg, okay? We just kind of act like we're crossing our ankle on our knee. So if you have a hard time doing that, and this is my tight knee, so I know it's like you just can't get it over there like that. So what you want to do is go over wherever you can on the other leg. Once you've done that, put your hands right underneath the knee and just pull it to the side. See that? And then come back. Now, if you've got it all the way up here, then you want to try to bring that knee on into the shoulder as you go across your body. See that? See, I'm going across my body, pulling it into my shoulder as far as I can, and then you go across your body. Then you release. You should feel a little stretch right in through here. Okay? So I'll do that on the other side. So here I go. I'm going to come right here. And I'm going to pull it into my shoulder. See that? And then I'm going to just pull it across like that. All right? Take a big breath. Bring it back. Very nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and address my gluteal hip hamstring as I try to strengthen up my shoulders. So those of you with shoulder issues, this is one where if you could Lean back like this and just do a little bit of pressing and just lift your hips. That's what you want to try to do. So be careful if you have shoulder issues and you're not supposed to put pressure. So I'm going to drop my shoulders. I'm going to just lift my hips just like that. And I'm going to bring this leg up, cross it over, extend it. Bring it back, hold it, cross, extend. And I'm on my heel of the supporting leg that's on the floor. So I'm going to cross, then I'm going to push my heel out. So what are you doing with your shoulders? Drop your shoulders, say rib cage up. Soften your elbows. Breath. Here we go. Breath. Here we go. Breath. Here we go. Okay. Bring it back in. Set. Do a big hug. Just like that. Big hug. Yeah. Shoulders come forward this time, but you don't flex and round your back, the lower back. You just do the upper back, kind of like you're trying to reach out over a fence. Just a big hug, and then come back in. Got it? Okay, put your hands right here on your chair. Elbows bent, not out, in. Lean back, bring the leg up. You're gonna cross over, and you're gonna go out. That's how you're gonna go. But now we're gonna put pressure on our back of our arms. I just wanted you to do that to see how that worked. Those of you who can't do a lot of pressure, for the second set of especially, you just stay seated and bring your leg up, cross over, push out, okay? See how that would work. For the rest of us, we can come up. So we're working our upper body, the back, all around the shoulder. Here we go. We're going to come up. We're going to cross over. We're going to reach it out. Bring it back. Here we go. Elbows soft. Out. Bring it back. Take a breath. Keep your shoulders down. Rib cage up. Breath. Shoulders down. Rib cage up. Cross. Here we come. Breath. Shoulders down. Rib cage up. Two more. Here we go. Cross, reach, back, cross, reach, back. Shake out. Take a big, deep breath. Big, deep breath. Roll those hands just like that. Okay? Feels better already. Big breath, big breath. All right. All right. So, step wide. So again, if you want to give yourself a little test, find a watch that you can look for a 30-second time. Try to go down and up without assistance, and try to get anywhere between 12 and 15 in that time period. That's a good check for you to do several times in a month to see where you're at. Here we go. Standing up and up. Take a big deep breath. This time, we're going to go back with our leg. We've done a lot of forward stuff today. No weights, body weight. And I'm going to just tighten my butt, tighten my gluteal. And I'm going to lift with that leg, okay? So I want to be leading with my heel. Knee soft, coming back. I want my foot totally wide, bent. Here we go. Up, breath, and come back. Up, breath, and come back. So it's an up, breath, and come back. Yeah, stay with me, stay with me. So anybody who's had trouble with their hamstrings will be able to tell you just how hard your hamstrings are working on this one, okay? So you see I'm keeping my hands down like this, but if I had trouble with balance, I'd put my hands right on my chair. I want my legs straight, and I want to be leading with the heel, okay? Now at the end of this set here, I'm going to bend the knee, and I'm going to go up with it. kind of like I'm trying to just push my heel or my foot like on the wall behind me. Okay, and then I come back down. So this is an exercise that, yes, it's working this leg muscle, but it's really loading the other one. That's why your knee position, your leg position is so important here. So I'm going to plant my foot. I'm switching. Put my leg back. Knees soft. Rib cage up. Shoulders down. Chin is tucked. Use my hands if I need to. How do I know if I need to? Well, if you're always getting off balance, or if you're leaning excessively forward in order to do this, or you're turning your hip out. See, if I'm doing this and I'm turning my hip out in order to lift, then I need to use a chair, okay? So, straight, right here, use a chair like this, soften, here we go, heel up, and come back. The heel is leading, and come back. You're going up by rotating your hip, by getting that hip really, that gluteal into the lift. Try your very best not to jerk. It's a squeeze. Keep your chin tucked. Lift that hip. Breath. Breath. Stay with me. See, I'm holding here because this is my problem because I have a hip replaced here. And those of you with both hips replaced, you can do this move, but you might need to use your hands on the chair. That's fine. Just don't rotate the hip out, okay? See, I'm leading with my heel, then I'm going to bend, and then I'm going to go push. I'm going to go push. I'm going to go push and push and push and bring it back in. Back down. Take a big breath. Yeah, shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out. Take my hand right here. Take my hand right here. I'm going to come down and out. Take a big deep breath. Come into my little W. Remember that? So as I'm doing it, I'm going to do a split stance. So that means what you think, oh, what's a split stance? Just take a step like you're going to walk. That's a split stance. Okay? Stay back. Go elbows in. All right? Reach it back out. And you're in a split stance, fully loaded into your feet. Breath. Come back. Then bring the hands down and just go swing, 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 swing. Take a big breath. Yes, 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 and yes. And then switch. Okay, split stance. Just take a step with your other leg. Come into your W. See how my elbows are coming right into my waist? See that? I'm going to bring the backs of my hands back. Not by breaking at the wrist, but by rotating through the shoulders. Okay? Take a breath. Stay in that split stance. Go way out. Bring it back in. See how that's feeling. And then do a swing out. Swing out. Swing out. Swing out. Big breath. Hang on. Big breath. Go. And go. Yay. Good job today, you guys.